Yeah, this is actually a special topic because we got about 16 years of Philadelphia Eagles experience at the desk. So a lot of general managers, a lot of coaches.
I want to listen to y'all. I want to listen to y'all.
It's a long time. Jack got 6. Shady, how long you was in Philly? 6?
Nah, I got more than 6.
In Philly?
Yeah.
He went back.
I got 8.
Yeah, because he went back. After Chip.
We won't give him no light. We won't talk.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right, Jalen Hurts, do we have any concerns about the new offense? I'm going to kick it off. Yeah. I do. Obviously, I'm the defender at the desk, y'all offensive players, but I do, Joy. I got concerns. The reason is I think Jalen Hurts is doing what we call in psychology, and Shady, you were a psychology major.
You know I am.
No big deal.
No, I am.
No big deal. Jalen Hurts is doing what we call self-handicapping. Jack, James, Joy, Ach, 2-5. It's self-handicapping, and what that is, and we've all done it, it's when we don't study for that midterm, and then before the test, I'm like, hey, Jay, I didn't even study, big dog. So when I get a C, yeah, but Jay, I didn't study. Yeah. So if I would have studied, I would have got.
You knew I didn't study.
You knew I got the A. You know I got an A if I would have studied.
I really wanted that.
Or if Ashley was next to me, I'd have got the A.
But I didn't study. What Jalen Hurts is doing right now, he's lowering the bar. He told us 2 months ago, he said, man, 95% of the offense is new. He told us just now, man, I've had 8 different offensive coordinators in 10 years. These are obviously counting college as well. He's lowering the bar so that in the event there is a struggle, in the event he gets to see, yeah, but 95% of the offense was new. In the event he gets to see, yeah, but 8 offensive coordinators in 10 years. And that is fair, but what's the difference between an excuse and an explanation? There's a very, 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 very thin line. So I have an issue with I have concerns about what might occur because, Joy, it sounds to me like Jalen Hurts is building in that oh-so-subtle excuse, that oh-so-subtle explanation as to why the Eagles might have some shortcomings. Where do you stand? You have any concerns about Jalen Hurts and the new offense?
I mean, I do have concerns. I wouldn't be surprised if they struggled early. But don't we make these excuses for quarterbacks all the time?
If we want to. Some we do,
if we want to. So is it an excuse or is it an explanation?
Correct. Thin line.
Because I hear all the time about Justin Herbert, and he has to learn a new language again. It's very hard, DeSean. It's hard to do that. So we can't expect too much from him. Trevor Lawrence, we give him a pass on his entire first year. I mean, I actually do that. Like, I'll
never give him any pass.
You give him a pass on his rookie year.
He's not that good, though.
Okay, fine. I'm just saying, when we want to use this particular explanation as an excuse for why quarterbacks or offenses are struggling, we do. And when we don't,
that's true, though.
We don't want to. So do we want to or do we not want to? Have we decided?
We want to.
We don't want to? No, we want to. Okay, so we want to. I mean, I'm just saying this is a very reasonable explanation as to why the offense did not go well last year. In fact, we've said that this is before he said it, you've said, I've said, we have said that the changeover in coaches was probably a symptom of what, happened last year. Like, it affected it at least a little bit. Sure, you know what I mean? There's like a blame pie, some of that pie, just got put on the plate for the coaches' changes. You said that this is something that Sirianni should be criticized for because he is not hiring the right coaches. So I'm not saying that he should say this. Let other people say this. Let other people lay out the excuses for why or reasons why you could be struggling or might have some issues. James is going to, I'm sure, explain why he feels like they might have some issues. And I don't think James is really rooting either way in this situation.
Oh, he's rooting against us.
Big time. He against.
I ain't rooting against nobody, man. I want to see him have some success.
Right, but I just think when it comes to you saying it yourself, that's when people will say what you're saying, which is, okay, you're kind of lowering the bar. You're kind of setting the table for if there's struggles, we aren't going to blame it on you. And when you are paid the way that Jalen Hurts has been paid, and defended the way he's defended, and we aren't going to do this with quarterbacks anymore because of the way that we're seeing them getting paid, it still falls on you. But I do think this is an explanation that we choose to use as an excuse for struggles when we feel comfortable doing it.
That's fair.
I can agree with that, though, right? This is because, like, other quarterbacks, like Lamar Jackson, right, different coordinators, right, different offensive weapons, not the ones that other quarterbacks have, but they don't really make an excuse for that, even when we talk about it. I could think of other guys that, like Dak Prescott, right? He throwing them picks, right? Kellen Moore was his coordinator. Okay, McCarthy took over, right? We've seen a different jump. The only issue is with him even bringing that up, because I don't think he should have brought it up. Because when you're a dog and you like that, I'm gonna be good anywhere I play at, right? Now, certain coach I'm gonna be better with. I would say that. But no matter where you put me at, if I'm a really good player, I'm gonna be that good player. So I don't even have to talk about it. Because I've been watching guys like A.J. Brown speak about Kellen Moore, how he feel about him. He loves him. Devontae Smith, I mean, and he loves him. I had a chance to talk to Saquon Barkley. Right? We golfing. I beat him in golfing, by the way. We golfing, we talking. Hey, man, how that new coordinator, dog? What's going on? How you know what I'm saying? I love him. I like him. So it's like, okay, everybody's saying all that, but then you saying, well, so I hate that part of the game because, like I said before, when you're a really good player, Buffalo. Now, I was in Philadelphia. I was used to space, right? I had DeSean Jackson outside, Jeremy Maclin. I'm going to give me some yards. I went to Buffalo. It was none of that. Sammy Watkins was really good, but he wasn't DeSean, right? He was hurt a lot. Them guys in that box, right? So I might get 1,300 yards. It's a rough 1,300 yards. But I'm not making excuses about the coordinators. I'm going to get to it. Yeah, I would love to be in Philly. So all I'm saying is that, like, Jalen Hurts, I think he's a really good player. And the best thing about him is he wins and he finds ways to win and he gets better every year. So look, new coordinator, find a way to win, because this is what I do know. When you pay a quarterback, not only a player, but you pay a quarterback all that money, we gonna find ways to make you comfortable. So if you in this offensive scheme and I'm a coach, I do something different, I don't care about that. The head man to the head coach, we gonna make sure our highest paid player on the team is comfortable whatever scheme you wanna be in. That's the only thing I have a pushback on it.
I think I want to specifically speak on, at first I didn't want to say it was a concern, but now after hearing Jalen Hurts, I'm a little concerned, and the reason why.
Off on you like that.
No, I mean, honestly, when we talked about it, I want to. I'm gonna take these glasses off. I'm gonna speak to Kellen Moore. Hey, Kellen Moore. I know Philadelphia. You got my boy he's stuttering. I don't usually hear him stuttering like that. Make it condensed for him. The terminology, the plays, we got to be quick. We started 10-1 last year and we failed, we lost about 4 games. So for me, I'm a little concerned. But I know one thing. I know Philadelphia, them fans, they ain't going to allow that. Hey, you better get it right for my boys over there, man, because I know when I say my 25-10 partner, hey, we need you to show up and show out, man. So for me, I know my boy Hurts, man. He's one of them guys, if he's uncomfortable, it's going to show. And before he got paid, he was just out there playing. Get back to that mode. We need that Jalen Hurts, because I know you got some dogs. There's a lot of money that's been dispersed out of there. And I know how you got to get your money's worth.
PSA right there, like PSA.
So really quick, because when you come back to Philly, you know what I mean? Because I just got a text Kellen Moore watching the show. So he going to say, step into my office.
I'm home. What's happening? Yeah, I like that.
So
you talking my talk.
250 M's.
Yeah.
You want me to dumb this down?
I mean, you got to condense it.
I don't know that he said dumb it down.
No, we didn't say dumb it down. No. Don't misquote me. Just condense it, terminology. Bring some of this together.
James, what's wrong with that, though? Because I play with the best player in the football, Patrick Mahomes. And you think Andy Reid's going to give him a whole bunch of this crazy stuff? Yeah. He's going to simplify the offense for – hold on real quick. It's not just for the quarterback, though. He's going to simplify the offense for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Understand that, right? So I'm not saying you going into this playing with 100
We're talking about the money, the 250.
All I'm saying is 250 M's you make it. Right? You said Saquon love it. You said AJ love it. AJ love it. You say Smitty love it. And he don't sound like he love it. This is a problem. I am worried about this. Number one, I'm worried about this is because every quarterback that Kellen Moore gets, when he leaves, they get better.
Oh, whoa. Hold on,
when he
son.
leaves?
So break that down. I heard you, but make sure you tell me the truth.
Because we listening.
Exactly. I'm listening, so.
Dak Prescott led the NFL in interceptions with Kellen Moore.
He did that.
Kellen Moore left.
Yeah, what happened?
And he goes to Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert has one of his worst years.
Oh, wow.
Right? Obviously, he has Harbaugh, so we're waiting to see that. But we got a chance to see Dak, and it was all pro.
Wow.
Second in MVP voting.
I can't stand James.
After Kellen Moore left. The only thing I'm saying is I don't know if he's the...
You praying on the downfall of my ego?
No. I don't know if he's the quarterback that Jalen Hurts needs. He has not shown that he can adapt his offense and dumb it down or condense it to the quarterback. So the main reason why I'm worried too, though, is because this quote right here, we ain't even played the game yet, dog.
Hey, James.
That's a quote that D-Jack says after the game, like, well, we got to kind of figure out a little way to get me more involved a little bit. You know what I mean? And I know we did 8 coordinators in 10 years. We still talk and communicate. We're going to figure this out. That's after you lose or you struggle a little bit. Not in training camp. We don't even know what y'all running.
So
day 3, day 2?
So two things, right? I'm gonna give you one example because I played with DeSean Jackson, right? And Andy Reid's offense sometimes can be tough, right? But he'll simplify a little bit. And we had some games where we was trying to do too much.
Yeah.
The next couple of games, we simplified it, right? I remember DeSean doing simple things like we doing flat concepts with curls. Bro taking that thing 80, 10-yard route 80. So I want to say this to you real quick, because you're speaking about something that I like to talk about. Dak Prescott, right? I love talking about Dak. It's a lot of people like it, a lot of fun. When McCarthy took over, right? What would you say the offense was? Was it conservative? Was it condensed?
Yeah, I would say the first couple games it was conservative.
Okay.
Let's run the ball.
Okay, and then what happened, James Jones?
Up a little bit.
Then he seen how good that.
No. Look, you see what I'm saying? So on a serious note, what I'm trying to say is, with a new coordinator, when he had Dak Prescott, the MVP type of caliber year he had, in the beginning of the year, he was a conservative offense. Slowly, run the ball, safe passes, and then it picked up. How the hell you know it ain't gonna be the same in Philadelphia?
So I'm saying I'm not tripping if it's in Philadelphia. But let's have this conversation after week 2 or 3 in Philadelphia. You're telling the people this, and we don't even know if Kellen Moore running the read option every single play. We don't know if Kellen Moore condensing it to help you. You saying this seems like you're not on the same page with Kellen. Or you saying this is like, Kellen need to listen to me more and won't run what I'm running. You know what I'm saying? That's what this says. Lose first, have a bad game first, then say this.
Can we make it a little, like, I know we want to dumb it down, but can we make it a little easy? Everything ain't got to go through Jalen Hurts. Hand the ball off. Let's do some quick screens. We don't got to put everything on Jalen Hurts. I think that's what my boy is trying to get to.
That is true.
My thought, though, because that's a real. First off, I'm having fun doing this. This is fun. This is fun. I'm having fun doing this.
Taking you back in the day.
I'm not on offense on here. How you feeling, man? No defense.
No, you say I'm the only defense guy on the team.
My thought, though, hearing James Jones speak, because I'm like, James got a point, though, Joy. You got a point, Jack. And then, like, Jalen, not only have you been paid all this money, if you this good, as good as Howie told me you were and Sirianni told me you were to get me over here, right? Because Kellen Moore obviously could have gone and been a QB coach elsewhere, been an OC elsewhere. If you this good, I'm going to do what I do, you do what you do, and let's do it at a high level. But why are you already saying it can be tough to get on the same page?
And we ain't played the game yet.
Can I speak for that?
Yes, sir.
Please.
This is my team. I run this show.
Yes, he do.
At the end of the day, I mean, it's my way or the highway. They just brought you in. I got 250. So at the end of the day,
You saying you running the plays I call?
I mean, at the end of the day, it gotta be. Yeah, you feel me? I mean, we got my boy AJ, we got Devontae, we got Saquon now. So at the end of the day, let me run my show. You can do what you need to do, but at the end of the day, it's my show.
I just don't know who Kellen Moore is.
Low key, he has.
Jalen?
Jalen's earned that. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know who Kellen Moore is to come in and say, like, this is my system, we're not being flexible. But I also don't believe that is happening. I think Jalen was just being maybe too honest that it's been a lot for him to learn an entirely new system when he just learned another new system.
Facts.
And before that was doing another system.
Yeah.
And whether that sounds like an excuse or not, anything that sounds like you're lowering the bar or paving or setting the tone or setting the table for lower expectations feels like an excuse. Because maybe it is an excuse.
Correct.
They gonna get Kellen
But
out
it
of
can
here.
also be it also can be his experience. Like maybe he's just being too honest. And this is why we're reacting this
Can I
way.
ask you
Here's
one quick
why
question?
I'm 2-5. Go ahead.
Real quick. So if Jalen Hurts had a bad year last year, right?
Sure.
Okay. If he has another bad year like he did last year, right? Do you blame Kellen Moore or do you blame Jalen Hurts?
Well, I don't think that Kellen Moore currently has enough road to stand on, to say that it's not me, it's him.
Okay.
But I don't think that Jalen has any space to go backwards either. Like I think they're both in a situation where they have to prove themselves. And overall, the biggest thing that he needs to correct, which is where I would tend to lean towards James and the concern factor, is he has to correct the turnovers. Jalen's numbers were almost the same as his year before, but the turnovers were atrocious, and that was the difference maker. Yes, and that was the decision. That was the factor which ended up turning the season. Like his play really was bad because of the turnovers. So if he can correct that and bring that down, he's going to essentially have the same season he had during his Super Bowl year. So that's really the. But Kellen was responsible for Dak Prescott having the year that we debuted on Speak, and we know how that went.
What I think is interesting, honestly, when you asked that question, Shady, I think Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts are in the exact same position. They both got a lot to prove, and they both very young.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore in Dallas coordinated 2 #1 offenses. #1.
That is true.
Y'all all played offense.
That is true.
You know how hard it is to be the #1 offense in football? So just like we say he had Dak all them picks, 2019, #1 offense. 2022 or 21, I believe it was, #1 offense. So Kellen Moore is like, of all the brilliant minds in football, Shanahan, McVay,
Andy
Reed, of all of them, I did my job just as good, if not better. Jalen Hurts can say, for a time in 2022, of all the quarterbacks in football, Lamar and all them, I did my job to the second best of any quarterback. So I think they're actually, because Shady asked you that question, Jordan, I was like, they're to me kind of the same guy. They're very young, proven they have incredibly high ceilings, have also had some down years, but have also proven they can be at the top of their game. To me, it's a real prove-it year for both.
I mean, the only reason it's a prove-it year is because
sure.
Jalen Hurts is in Philadelphia.
Yeah, every year is a prove-it year.
If he wasn't in Philadelphia, it wouldn't be a prove-it year. Well, I would agree with you, but Kellen's, #1 offense only got him so far. So Jalen's #1 year got him to the Super Bowl.
That's true. Not talking about the Cowboys.
It's not really like
can't do
a measuring, because, again, you're in Philadelphia and the stakes are different. I think they're both up against it.
They are.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.